Welcome back, everyone. This is Erik Malkavian, and I am among the pillars of eternity in the White March Stalwart Village after a very emotional episode. Really, it was, man. Let's continue. And I don't know about some of you, but when I play, you know, a good RPG, I really experience it. And it's really um, difficult sometimes to separate your emotions from what you're experiencing, what your character is experiencing in the game. But then I guess that's what makes any good um, interactive art. You have an emotional investment. You connect with the characters. You connect with the scenarios. You connect with your decisions that are made, that you make, or that are made, and it has an impact on you. And that's how I felt about the last episode there with um, the devil of Kirak, and I don't like calling her that. I would prefer to know her real name. And Harmac, who is really the devil, the destroyer of Coldmore, destroyer of her village. Lord, I can't. Wow. Just picturing what her character experienced. The burning down of her village, of her home, her family, all her family, and then the encasing of her soul in this cold, unfeeling body, man. It would feel like the final betrayal. So we're going to give her some closure. Okay, so let's continue. So, looking at our journal, so Galvano has told me I need to work in soul. So I have found one Owania, who's a maid at the Grist Rest, who has had a past life as Gregor. He's corrupt and deceitful, so waking him could make things interesting for the side maid. Maybe not the best choice. We're going to do it in a way that's continuation of a good life. One that will bring closure for that person. That's my plan. Alright, so let's carry on. That's what I want to do. So let's take a look at our map. So we visit Tana. She was a very violent captain, a dwarven captain. They're humans. So, the person I really want to talk to is Thirsk. This gentleman right here. Alright.
Welcome. Have a seat by the fire if the cold's gotten into your bones.
Thanks. Their soul is vibrant, solid thing. As you reach out for it with your senses, you see your breath begin to fog in the air. Find yourself far above the ground, wedged into the juncture of two branches. The moonlight is bright upon the snow, and in the distance your quarry steps out into the ice as if onto an illuminated stage. You steal your breath and draw back your arrow. Warmth bleeds back into your limbs, and frost and snow giving way to the smoky interior of this home.
Welcome. Have a seat by the fire if the cold's gotten into your bones.
Alright, take care. He's just the same and he's the same person. Okay, let's check out urine. You know, urine's not from here, I don't believe. He's not even from here. Yeah, he's not from here. He's from, I forgot where he's from. Okay. There's no one there. Someone down the fishery? Let me ask, let me check Rheingold and her son. Yeah, I'm a bit afraid about going there after the Harmac incident. There was a little blurb there about good and bad choices. All right.
You've been busy since we last spoke. I want to thank you for what you've been doing for Stalwart.
Oh, you're welcome. I guess I don't have to fear that, right? Okay, so let's take a look at our Sarah. Your awareness settles beneath Renegal's skin. You feel yourself looking through her eyes upon a time-faded memory. You're standing in the inn. The room is stilting, but it's the body heat of so many furious villagers. Not the neglected fire pit that's drawn sweat from your pores. Your husband waits by the door about as far as he can get from the assembly. He holds Uldric, whose cheeks are bright as he watches the adults bicker with wide, fearful eyes. Never realize how badly your neighbors stank, but something rank and repulsive rises from them as they pack together in this room.
How much did the old snake pay you, Sinahio?
Oh, okay. It's Gynid, the head fisherman, jabbing a furious finger towards the back of the room. Cyanid, your erstwhile mayor, squirms in a corner, pinned by the accusing stares of the entire village. Oh, those eyes, they're cruel porcine eyes. They're watching Cyanide with dumb gluttony of hogs staring at water. The only sight that turns your stomach more is Cyanide himself, trying to wriggle free of his own lies.
Maestro Galvino and I came to an agreement. It was for the good of Stalwart. I thought...
A
You
woman...
thought you'd let a killer walk among us?
Cries of fierce agreement rise from others. What began as a collective grumbling is swelling and congealing like storm clouds. You look back at your husband. He's whispering to Uldric, but when you catch his eye, he directs a silent supplication to you.
Let's go.
Right. Renago wet smack draws your attention back to the other end of the room. Someone's throwing a potato, and Cyanide cringes and rubs his jaw. You want to shout at them all for this nonsense and waste. But you know this is about to get worse. Stalwart will have blood. And Galvino in his horror had a sense to flee already. Turn again, your husband's be beckoning you with choppy motions. But what stops your breath is Uldric. His little eyes are fixed on a churning mob. And you knew ever since you started hearing about those hideous purges that he'd see something like this one day. But did it have to be so soon? It's what drove that devil woman to madness. And now his little eyes have gotten big enough to swallow the whole scene. Now he's seeing you as part of it. Oh no. You want to leave now, but if you do this, it's what your boy will remember. Cowardice and madness. About people, about Star, about you. People around you jostle and bark in their rage. They're dangerous animals, but animals nonetheless. They just need to be led. So he puts away the end of the room where Cyanide trembles in a puddle of his own piss.
Enough.
Your voice boils up from your throat. The others fall silent watching you. They listen, dumbly thrusting as you turn Cyanide's death sentence to exile. No one contradicts you when you explain that he's going to march out of this village alone to what a miserable Hammond will have him. They silently agree when you explain that their hands are too clean for the likes of him. But there's something else forming behind their eyes. A kernel of trust and dependence. You feel it curdling around you, casing you like a pearl does sand. You only wanted to spare Cyanide's life, not volunteer for his job, but you see so much fear simmering just beneath their expressions. Fear at God-men marching through the mountains, at Darewoodens in their purges, at dying the slow and lonely death of a ghost town. And you see their grateful assurance mirrored in Uldric's expression. Perhaps this place is hopeless, but you realize that you can't leave it any more than you can leave your boy. The only person who isn't looking at you is your husband. He's shaking his head, his eyes on the door. Reginald. You retreat from Renegal's memories. Vivid though it is, has nothing to do with Durgan's battery.
What's on your mind?
Farewell. Read his soul?
Something else you need?
No, it's just reach for Uldric's essence, find yourself staring at a fence post, lying in a filthy slush of frozen mud. Snow gathers around your legs and trickles into your boots. A wind nips at you even through layers of fur. You hold a wood chisel in one hand, numb hand, and a mallet in the other. Kneeling over the fence post, you get to work. Hour after hour, you hammer away, feeling the tools grow heavy in your grip as your breath fogs your vision. You want to do better work than this. You can do better work than this. But no one's building new houses at Stalwart. The last table you crafted was put into the fishery, and the pike entrails now trace the fine dovetailed joints you so lovingly carved. Now you mend the stockade because that's what's needed. Tigil slips, skidding alongside your hand. You gasp, but you hold up your hand and see, much to your relief, all fingers, 5 fingers, wiggling back at you. You need to get out of this town. Pulled back from Uldrich's soul, he's still staring into fire, seemingly lost in his own memories too. Okay. Oh, down to the fishery. Jeez.
What are you doing
This
here?
guy. He's speaking to you, but his furious stare fixed on the devil. I spoke to Galbino. He mentioned something about you.
I bet he did. He despised Dowit when he lived among us, and all the more when we gave him the boot. Never knew the old man to stay silent, that's for sure.
Right. Told me you're a ripple sponge addict. Wanted me to search the fishery for your stash.
It seems the old man's venom has dulled his senses.
His expression is suddenly rigid. Don't test me, dude.
Still, I'm glad you're too reasonable to pay heed to that nonsense.
Yeah.
I'd hate to see the fishery torn apart by some gullible adventurer on one of his full errands.
Yeah.
I'll see to it that there's nothing here for them to disturb.
Right. Says that his beard glancing around the shelves. Right. As you reach for Gwen's essence, you find yourself wrapped in the cold embrace of a snowstorm. Trudge through the snow, each step laborious to your numb feet. Keep your head down against the wind. Your back is bent under a heavy burden. Heavy as a frozen lake and the hole you made in it. Your feet crunch over the snow. Ice. You wait and secretly hope for the telltale crack beneath you. With the village distant and dark behind you, you would sink and no one would know. At least that would free you of the heavy churning feeling in your gut. Yet you reach the hole and the ice is still steady under you. You have the burden off your shoulder, cradling her in your arms. She's wrapped in nets and weighed down with stones. You wish one of the priests of Andra were here with solemn words and assurance of ceremony. Instead, you slip a bracelet off of her wrist. Andra will have her body and you will carry this reminder. You slide the bundle into the water and watch it sink. As it dwindles nothing more than a dark stain beneath the ice, feel a scratch in your throat and hear the wind moaning into your ear.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Takes a moment to realize you're in your own voice. Surface from the vision. Whatever it is has nothing to do with Durgan's battery. Yeah. I wasn't gonna do that crap. That's his sister. Alright, guys. Yeah. Galby knows dirty work. Was expecting one to combine fishery. Okay. Nothing. Okay. Well. Yeah. Well, Ista.
This is going to be fantastic. Just wait till they hear about this back home.
Okay. Good luck with that. Yeah, she's going back home. She's a dwarf too. But she's just so let me see here. Talk to Darius. What about that old drunk? Is anybody even in here? Is this fool?
So, you're back. What can I do for you?
Snowy paths peel away, and the brisk air gives way to the acrid stench of smoke. A dark cloud billows up from the remnants of a burning house at the far edge of a rocky field. You're low to the ground, held in place, and above you the wind tugs embers back and forth like firebugs.
Not so brave now, are you?
The vision in your left eye is clouded, such that the figure standing over you is a collection of rough smears of black cast in silhouette by the fire. Dark shape swings towards your face, and a subsequent burst of agony jars you out of memory and back into your own skin.
What? Did I spill something on myself?
I ain't sure what that was about. Well. Okay. So, burnt down house, and then that's it. Let me try the inn one more time. Maybe the bard? I don't know. Head Finance Bay got hit pretty hard by the Legacy. I don't know. Anybody in here? Well, there's somebody skipped down here. Gamblers. Yeah, soup stock. I'll start boiling more fish heads. I don't know. Let me check by the house. I might just have to make a decision. They're in baggers hauling. Swipe. Is anybody down here?
Feels like it's hardly worth putting the huts back up.
Better than standing out here shivering.
That's true. Let's put that matron Albert Cave. Good on you. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's only 2 people I found. I don't know. Let's go up to Long Watts Falls. Maybe we'll find someone up there. If we don't, we'll just have to go on wild. No, I mean, we can look in the temple on it, but there's nobody in there. Yeah, there's nobody in there. Well, it's worth a shot. I'm sure not here for his thermal pill.